Hey everybody, it's two things. It's Flatbread Friday and it's Labor Day weekend. So for Flatbread Friday, I couldn't find any regular sized flatbreads and I didn't really want to deal with pizza dough this week. So I made, I'm going to call them snackers because all I could find was the little small naans. And I will be snacking on them. And what's on top of them is bacon and some shredded roasted Brussels sprouts. They're crispy and delicious. And some, what do you call those? The French fried onions that you use in the green bean casserole. And some Parmesan cheese and some mozzarella cheese and a little tomato sauce. And they came out great and they're looking fine and they're tasting fine. And you enjoy them. There's more to come on this weekend. I'm going to be doing some grilling a little later in a couple of days. And anyway, I'll keep it a secret. Till then, happy Flatbread Friday. Enjoy. We're going to start our bacon and Brussels sprout snackers with some nice diced bacon. And we're going to throw that in a pan over medium heat and cook it, stirring it occasionally. Until it's nice and crispy. Then we're going to drain it. I did it this way today because I want to save that bacon fat for another project. So that's living in my fridge now. And we have our Brussels sprouts. And you can do this in a food processor, but I have this little hand crank machine that I bought a long time ago that's my favorite because it's very easy to clean. So you get a slicing blade, either in your food processor or in your somewhere. You could do it on a box grater too with the slicing edge. And we're going to shred those. And they look marvelous. And then we're going to put them on a baking sheet. I line all my baking sheets with parchment, as you may have noticed, so you can do that. And then we're going to drizzle the Brussels sprouts, the shredded Brussels sprouts, with olive oil. We're going to season them with some salt, some pepper, and a little or a lot of red pepper flake, whatever your taste goes to. And we're going to toss that around on that baking sheet to incorporate the seasonings, the oil, and the Brussels sprouts. We're going to put them in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. In 10 minutes, we're going to stir them just to make sure they don't get all crispy on one side and uncooked on the other. And there you have it. Crispy, crunchy. We got our bacon. We got our Brussels sprouts. And our small naans. Oh, there's Kelly. Someone must be walking by the house. And some mozzarella cheese. And we're going to lay the rounds out on a baking sheet and top them with some tomato sauce, whatever your favorite tomato sauce is, and spread that around in a nice even layer. Now we're going to add a little handful of cheese on each one. And now it's time for our bacon. Followed by our crispy Brussels sprouts. And I decided to top them with a little of those French fried onions that I love so much. I thought that would add a little crunch, a little flavor. And it did. And the next thing I want to do is create a nice crust with some mozzarella cheese, with some Parmesan cheese, but I forgot. First, we're going to press them down to, make the ingredients not fall off when you put them in the oven. And now comes our Parmesan, and this is a blend of Parmesan and Romano. And when that's baked, that'll form a nice crust. And those go in at 400 for about 15 minutes. And they come out nicely browned and crunchy. And, you know, I like a sauce on everything, so I decided to make a sauce with some balsamic glaze and some half and half because I want to make it, you know, drizzly, and some sour cream. Mix those all together. Gives it a bit of a nice tang and a nice creaminess. Now we're going to slice our little pizzas into snackable bites and drizzle them with our sauce, our balsamic sour cream sauce, and eat them. Came out pretty good, totally snackable.